it's sad to me because like WoW's the only game I really love. And it's the only game I really care about. And I've only really ever cared about this game. I don't see it getting better. It's just somehow getting worse every single time. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of these bad decisions. I'm tired of all of it. Okay, check Wowhead. I can't use mouse at Shadowlands. I don't believe it. I do not believe that. I'll be honest, guys. I literally do not believe this. Let me pull it up on the old internet here, and we'll see what's going on. Okay, so let's see. BFA. In a new global string picked up in the preamble of today's beta build, confirmed that Covenant abilities are now disabled outside of Shadowlands instances and zones. You must be in the Shadowlands. What are these people doing? Like, I don't understand. First, it makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense. You get the ability, you should be able to use the ability. You get the items from the Shadowlands, you can use your gear from the Shadowlands, but the ability you can't? Get the fuck out of here. It's stupid. What's the logic between allowing this, but also having the Conduit and Soulbind bonuses? There's no continuity with this at all. There's no, like, lore continuity in any way. This is a bad decision for gameplay, and it doesn't even hold up in terms of the lore. I think this is stupid. It just makes the game more restrictive and convoluted and confusing for a new player. Why would you not be able to use your new cool abilities in the game? Like, does this really ruin the game if you use Spear Bastion in the other parts of the game? Like, I don't understand, like, I don't understand. Sylvanas used her Jailer abilities on Azeroth? Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Sylvanas used her Jailer ability on Azeroth whenever she killed Sarfang. Like, that's a great idea. I didn't even fucking realize that. Like, I don't know why people want to take Blizzard's side for something that's unnecessarily restrictive for no reason. I don't understand this at all, man. Like, I really don't understand this at all. Like, so Rextroy can't one-shot people in front of Orgrimmar? Yeah, I guess so. I agree with Blizzard on this one, sorry. Why? Like, why is this good? The thing is, like, I really don't see, like, how this is good for the game at all. Like, why is it good that you can't use your cool abilities that you got in the expansion in the rest of the game? Why is it good? I don't see any positive to this at all. Like, what are they worried about? Somebody's gonna be able to exploit farming Black Temple? Who cares? Why is that even on their radar? They can't even figure out how to make the in-game fun for max level players. Why the fuck are they trying to waste their time figuring out why people are doing these stupid little things in the game? Like, I'm just so fucking annoyed by this, man. Why is it a groundbreaking big deal? I don't know. I think this actually is a big deal. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I think it is. I know a lot of times, like, I meme around or I joke around, but I do think this is a big deal. Because this is like, these are your core abilities. You get 2 new abilities in the expansion that you're supposed to use through the entirety of the content in the game. Like, you get this for raids, for Mythic Plus, for everything. So these abilities become a core part of your rotation. And if they, how does Blizzard want people to redefine their class by I'm a Kyrian paladin instead of I'm a paladin, but at the same time, they don't want people to be able to use the abilities that make them a Kyrian paladin in 90% of the game. Like, these are two contradictory statements. How does this make any sense? Like, who's making decisions over there? Are they just, do they have like 3 people that completely disagree with each other that every single week one of them gets to put on the leadership hat and make decisions? Because that's the way it seems to me. It seems like they make one good decision, then they make other decisions that make literally no sense in the context of the good decision, or vice versa. It could just be a bug? No, it couldn't just be a bug. Because if it was a bug, then they wouldn't have put this "you must be in Shadowlands" thing. If it was a bug, then it would have just not worked, period. Like, giving you an actual error text and telling you why the thing that you're trying to do isn't working implies that it was programmed like that intentionally. Let me see what people are saying about this. So, what a nice change. Awesome. Makes sense. This is lame. That's not very fun at all. This is really stupid. If every expansion is going to feature borrowed power, we should get to use it everywhere during that expansion. Yeah, it's like I could use my legendary weapons wherever I wanted. Like, what sense would it make if I got my legendary weapon and then I couldn't use it in like an old raid? Like, oh, you can't use Odin's Fury in the old raid, or you can't use the Arms Warrior weapon in the old raid, like your Ebon Bolt or whatever. It's crazy. What a nice change. Awesome. Makes sense, but I prefer the rework. It's unfortunate given how much player power is tied to those. It's so they can fix it later, so it seems like it's improved. Well, they've already made it worse. So I think that guy was being sarcastic too. That's weird. As much as I disliked corruption, at least I could use it in other zones. Yeah, that's true. Like, if you did corruption, if you had corruption, you'd be able to use your corruption in other places, even places that were not influenced by the old gods. And I remember, like, there was a conversation about this. There was a conversation about this because they're like, okay, well, what would it be like if you just made the Shadowlands abilities only usable in, like, Shadowlands areas? And, like, the first thing that I said about that is that's exactly what it's like in WoD, where you would get like these outdoor garrison abilities in every zone, and they were just completely inconsequential. Like, obviously this is gonna be it's gonna be more mainstream and more widespread than that, but I don't know, like, I don't know. Like, this is it's crazy. Like, it's just crazy. Like, who wants this? Like, really, like, this is what I really don't understand. Is, like, who's asking for these changes? Who is going at Blizzard and saying, yes, we want fucking covenants to not be swappable with, like, out some sort of, like, meaningless, like, arbitrary amount of friction. We don't want conduits, you can only do it once a week. It's like, oh, well, now you can only do 1 per day, and there's like a new system of like a fucking a resource that you have to use to respec 1 conduit per day, and you can do as many as you want. Like nobody's asking for this. I'm sorry, but they're not. Like, this is not like, and all the balance concerns with the Covenant abilities like are in BGs and raids and arena. So it's not like they're taking these out of the BG's, raids, and arena. They're still in those. I just... Should the conduits be changed in a rested area? Yeah, I don't understand why it's so hard for them to do that. You should wait to hear an explanation before jumping to conclusions. We have no idea why they're doing this. Can you please give me one explanation for why they're doing this that would make it okay? Like, please give me a reason for why this is a good decision, and I will indulge that reason. I will listen to why it's a good reason. Why is it a reason? Balance? What are they balancing? Who can farm Black Temple faster? What's the balance in an old raid? Well, who can farm mounts? Like, really? Like, nobody cares. or be able to use to exploit something in old content? People can exploit things in old content all the time. There's a million ways you can exploit things in old content just by playing a demon hunter. There's plenty of places where you can just get out of bounds as a demon hunter and explore all around outside of the areas because you can jump past the invisible walls. In Legion, I'm pretty sure that didn't break the game. It didn't do a fucking thing. Whenever people found out they could climb the chains in Legion to farm Illidan's Warglaives faster, that was fucking cool. Everybody was excited to do that. It was a little jumping puzzle. It was fun. You basically want a half-broken game with fun glitches and Easter eggs, but Blizzard is such a huge company it won't happen anymore because it hurts the integrity of their company. What hurts the integrity of their company is Rextroy coming up with a video every 3 days that completely breaks their game. Like the idea that, you know, for some reason that, yeah, they can't handle the integrity of their game or something like that. The game's a joke. Like, I mean, that's it. Games might need to be specifically optimized to have to have performance. No, it's fine. Like, it was fine for all of the other abilities they added in the game. It was absolutely fine for Legion legendaries. In Legion, you were able to get abilities for your weapon, and you could use them all over the world. And I'm pretty sure that, like, I don't know, maybe somebody can correct me. Did any of the Legion abilities ruin the game? Was there like a Legion ability like, oh my god, wow, you know, now you can use this ability whenever you're farming, you know, molten core, and oh my god, the game's broken now. Like, I'm pretty sure there's not. Technically, we're leaving the world? You mean like how we left the world in Outland? And how we left the world in Draenor? But we still kept the Draenor perks that we got, and we could still use the legendary ring? Like, Firelands is an Firelands is the elemental plane. You understand that, right? Like, that's also a completely different area of existence. Like, this doesn't make any sense in lore if you create the same rules for other things in the game that have the same general idea behind them. So if the idea is that, oh, well, you can't use this because you're in a different plane of existence, then you have to expand that to like 8 different things, right? So you have to expand that to, well, why can you use tier 6 gear whenever you get tier 6 gear from the fucking, you know, Battle for Mount Hyjal that happened in like another time frame. Like you're time traveling, and somehow you can get gear from time traveling, and time traveling is such a predominant force in the game. There's literally an in-game event about time traveling. Okay, you have in-game events about time traveling, but somehow the continuity isn't ruined with that. But the moment that you can use another ability in a different area, suddenly now this is, I'm just sick of this. Like, I don't know. Like, at this point, like, I'm not even mad about this. Like, I just don't care anymore. These people that are working, like, that are making these decisions for the game are just fucking morons. Like, they have no idea what anybody, like, I don't get it at all. Like, how could you possibly think this is a good idea? Like, who wanted this? Who asked? I don't know, man. Like, not even problems? Yeah, this is, like, it's fun for a lot of people. It's the same as them removing Legion legendaries. You know they're doing that in Shadowlands too, right? They're making it to where you can't use Legion legendaries. So, like, they're just disabled, period. Like, why? Why is this a thing? It's like they're deliberately trying to make the game less fun. That's what it comes down to for me. They're trying to remove any of the interesting, like, interactions and cool things you can do in the game and just making it less fun. It's not anything about Activision. Like, Activision didn't tell them to make this decision. Activision has nothing to do with this. This is Blizzard devs making, in my opinion, a dumb decision. Remember how fun time walking was whenever you could stack legendaries? Yeah, time walking used to be really cool. You were able to stack legendaries, the old set bonuses, like cool old trinkets, and you know, like the Legion legendaries, like everything. I want to see what people are saying about this. Because like I don't know what like I've got to have like an idea of like what people are saying here. They're really going all in on you play the way we want to, this expansion. Whose idea of this? Seems like lore-wise you can't use the Azerite, Heart of Azeroth, and Shadowlands. No, because you fucking, like, didn't you use all the power in it or something like that? Like the Legion Legendaries? Like, I don't know, guys. It seems like everybody is pretty much against this. Like, it seems like everybody is against this decision, at least on the forums that I'm reading. I don't understand it. I really don't. Like, am I gonna quit this game? Like, I genuinely, like, whenever I read changes like this, I always ask myself, like, am I gonna have to, like, quit this game? Like, it's just becoming less and less fun every like, patch. I know this issue isn't that big of a deal. I know it's not. And I'm fully aware of that, and I understand that. But it's not like this issue is the only thing. It's like the Covenant abilities, the changing of the legendary abilities that I saw a little bit of, and it seemed like it kind of sucked. It's the not adding back tier sets immediately. It's the making these like weird systems for upgrading PvP gear. It's making it to where PvP gear sucks. It's making ridiculously overpowered broken trinkets in Shadowlands. Like, it's not, like, this is just one more thing. It's a big deal when their philosophies are ridiculous. Well, that's the thing. Is like, what I have a problem with is like, there's a philosophy that led them to this decision. And that philosophy is going to be used in the rest of Shadowlands. Like, I want you to understand, like, this is the same company that thought it was a good idea to soft cap players at 4 legendaries in Legion because they didn't want people to get too many legendaries, even though the legendaries were completely imbalanced. So you would just sometimes get 4 bad legendaries, and you had like mythic, like super high-end raiders making new characters just to get 4 more legendaries because Blizzard stopped enabling bad luck protection after 4. Like, this is the same company that made that decision. And if you think that I'm going to be at all generous with the things that they do, you're wrong. These are stupid decisions. And they come from a place of complete misunderstanding. And that's what I really don't like. It's so disconnected. It's really sad that, like, it seems like every single thing that they've announced for Shadowlands after the announcement of the expansion has only made me less excited for it. Like, that's really the way that I feel. And like, all of these changes and all of these systems redesigns that they keep forcing into the game, I don't know. Like, I've only gotten less excited over the expansion. I think like people always forget about this. Like, everybody talks about like balance and like all these like super important things, but like, what about just like having fun playing the game? What about just like playing with your friends and just like doing what you want to do in the game in like a way that's completely inconsequential to anything important? I don't know, man. It's not even out yet? Yeah, I know. That's the point. That's the whole point, man. It's actually a fun streaming. Like, I'll tell you what, like, if they keep making decisions in Shadowlands like this, I probably won't. Like, that's the truth. Like, I don't want to deal with this. Like, I don't want to be, like, constantly pissed off about the game constantly. Like, why would I? I don't know. I think the less I think about it and the less I talk about it, the better for me. Because it's just gonna bum me out and like stress me out. Like that's really all there is to it. It's like I don't even want to play the game anymore. It's just like one thing after another after another. I just kind of... It's sad to me because like WoW's the only game I really love. And It's the only game I really care about. And I've only really ever cared about this game. There's no other game that I'm passionate about, really. Like, I play it for a while and then I just get bored and I quit. And I just see the game that I love and I care about just dying. And I'm tired of... I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of these bad decisions. I'm tired of all of it. I don't see it getting better. It's just somehow getting worse every single time. I don't know, it's just like, it's everything. Like, there's no other game. The thing is, like, for me, I would feel a lot better about this if there was, like, another game I could, like, be like, oh, I'll just play this instead. But I'm scared to hurt yourself. I'm not gonna hurt myself. Like, chill the fuck out. Like, guys, listen, stop. Yeah, I'm not happy about the game. Like, it bothers me a lot. I'm gonna be fucking fine, okay? Chill out. I'm not gonna kill myself over a video game. It's not a big deal. It's not that big of a deal. I'm upset about it, but that's about it. Yeah, chill. Let me at least play a few games of Fall Guys. Like, fuck it. I don't even want to finish this run. Who cares? I'll play a few games. Who gives a fuck?